Have you ever stood at the edge of your dreams and felt like turning back? Like the mountain was too high, the journey too hard, and the pain too much? Maybe you've tried once, twice, even 10 times and still failed. Maybe people laughed at you. Maybe your own thoughts told you it's useless. But let me tell you something powerful. Every great story, every great success, every great person has one thing in common. They didn't give up. This story is for you, the one who feels tired, the one who's thinking about quitting, the one who's not sure anymore. If that's you, keep reading. This might change everything. The beginning is often the hardest. There was once a boy named Daniel. He lived in a small town, in a house that was old and cold in the winter. His family was poor. They did not have much money, but they had love. His mother worked in a local store, and his father worked as a cleaner. Life was hard, but Daniel had something special, a dream. From a young age, he didn't dream of being rich or famous. He dreamed of writing stories. He wanted to become a writer, not just any writer. A writer who could touch hearts, who could change people's minds, who could inspire others with words. Daniel didn't have the best clothes. He didn't go to a private school. He didn't even have his own room. He shared a small space with his younger brother. But every night when everyone else was asleep, Daniel would sit by the window with a cheap notebook and an old pen and write. He didn't have a laptop or a desk. Sometimes he would write while sitting on the floor. But still, he wrote. He had so many ideas in his mind, stories of courage, of friendship, of never giving up. But the world around him didn't understand his dream. His teachers were not very supportive. They would say things like, "Your grammar is weak," or "Your English is not good enough." That made Daniel feel small. Some of his classmates would laugh at him. "You? A writer?" they would say, laughing loudly. "Come on, be serious, you're not that smart." Even his own father, who loved him deeply, once said, "Daniel, you should think of something more realistic. Maybe learn a skill or get a job that pays." His father wasn't trying to be mean. He was just scared. He didn't want Daniel to be disappointed. But those words hurt. Still, Daniel didn't stop. Deep inside, he believed in himself. Not in a loud or proud way. Not like someone who boasts, but in a quiet, deep, steady way. He believed that one day someone would read his words and feel something. He believed that his dream had meaning. So he kept writing. Every day. In the morning before school, at night before bed, on weekends, during holidays. Sometimes, when he had no money for new notebooks, he would write on the backs of old papers. After writing many short stories, he finally decided to send one to a magazine. He printed it out, placed it in an envelope, and walked to the post office with excitement in his heart. A few weeks later, he received a reply. It was a rejection. The letter said, "Thank you, but we cannot publish your story at this time." He felt a little sad, but not broken. He told himself, "It's okay. Try again." So he did. He sent another story, then another, and another. Each time the answer was the same. "No, we're not interested. Not the right fit." The rejections kept coming. 10 rejections, then 20, then 30. Each time, Daniel felt a little more doubt. "Maybe I'm not good enough," he thought. "Maybe they're right. Maybe I'll never make it." By the time he received his 50th rejection, he almost stopped. He looked at the stack of letters and felt like a failure. The world had told him no 50 times. Who could keep going after that? But something inside Daniel refused to quit. A small voice, quiet but strong, whispered to him, "Don't give up. Not yet. Not now. You've come too far. And so, he didn't give up. Failure is not the end. Failure is something most people fear. They see it as the end of the road. They think, I tried and it didn't work, so I must not be good enough. But that is not true. The truth is, failure is not the end. It is simply a part of the journey. It is feedback. It is a message that says, try again, try differently, learn something, grow stronger. Failure is not your enemy. It is your teacher, and one of the best teachers in life. Many people fail once and stop trying. They feel embarrassed. They feel ashamed. They feel tired. And because of that, they quit too early. They walk away from their dreams when they were only one step away from success. They don't realize how close they were. Sometimes success is just behind the next door. But if you stop knocking, you'll never see what was waiting for you. Daniel understood this. Yes, he felt the pain of rejection. Yes, he cried after getting those letters that all said no. But he didn't stop. Instead, he asked himself, what can I do better? He took every failure as a lesson. He looked closely at the stories he had written. He started to read more books to improve his ideas and imagination. He studied English grammar to fix his mistakes. He practiced writing every single day, not just once in a while. He also did something else. He changed his mindset. Instead of saying, why me? Or, I'll never make it, he started saying, I'm learning, and this is just the beginning. He watched motivational videos just like the one you are watching now. He listened to people who had also failed but didn't give up. Their stories gave him hope. He realized that failure didn't mean he wasn't good. It just meant he wasn't ready yet. But he could get ready. He could grow. He could improve. So Daniel kept going. He didn't just send one or two more stories. He sent dozens. Each one was a little better than the last. He kept his focus. He kept his dream alive. He faced rejection after rejection. By the time he had received his 75th no, many people around him thought he was wasting his time. Even his mother began to worry, saying, maybe it's time to move on. But Daniel was quiet. He wasn't angry. He wasn't afraid. Deep inside, he felt something. He knew he was getting close. Then it happened. On his 76th try, something changed. He received a letter from a small magazine. The editor wrote, "We enjoyed your story. We would like to publish it in our next issue." At first, Daniel didn't believe it. He read the letter again, then again. He held it in his hands and smiled. He had waited so long for this. He had worked so hard. And finally, someone saw his value. Someone saw his effort. It wasn't a famous magazine. It didn't make him rich or popular. But it was the beginning. And beginnings are powerful. They are the first sign that your dream is real. They give you momentum. They build your confidence. When one door opens, others follow. And that's what happened with Daniel. One yes turned into two, then three, then more. The world started to see the gift he always knew he had. The darkest hour is before dawn. Even after Daniel had his first story published, life didn't suddenly become easy. Many people think that once you succeed, all your problems go away. But that's not how life works. Success is not a straight line. It goes up and down. There are good days, but there are also very hard days. For Daniel, some days felt like he was walking in a storm with no umbrella. There were nights when he went to bed hungry because he didn't have money for food. He would drink water and try to sleep, pretending he wasn't starving. Some days he felt completely alone. He would sit in his room, his hands covering his face, tears falling quietly. He didn't want anyone to see his pain. He didn't want to tell anyone how hopeless he felt. The world didn't understand. His friends had jobs and money. His neighbors seemed happy. And here he was, still struggling, still unsure, still hoping. Many times, Daniel thought about quitting. He asked himself, is this really worth it? Will this dream ever come true? Maybe I should stop. But each time, he remembered why he started. He remembered the younger version of himself, the little boy with a big dream and a notebook full of stories. He remembered the promise he made to himself, to never give up, no matter what. And that memory kept him alive inside. You see, pain is part of the process. No one becomes strong without going through struggle. When you lift weights, your muscles hurt. But that pain is how you grow. It's the same with life. The emotional pain, the doubt, the rejection. They are signs that you are moving forward. They are not signs of failure. They are signs of progress. Discomfort means growth. When you are uncomfortable, it means you are stepping outside your safe zone. And that's where real change happens. Weakness doesn't stay forever. It leaves you when you keep fighting, even when it hurts. Champions are not born strong. They become strong because they face pain and don't run away from it. When everything feels dark, it doesn't mean the end is near. It often means you are closer than ever before. The darkest hour is always just before the sunrise. It's nature's way of reminding us, light is coming. In the same way, winter feels long and cold, but spring always follows. It may feel like nothing is changing, but deep inside the soil, seeds are growing. So if you're going through a hard time right now, don't lose hope. This pain will pass. This darkness is not forever. In fact, it might be preparing you for something beautiful. It might be shaping you, teaching you, strengthening you. Daniel didn't know it at the time, but those hard days were building his character. They were making him more focused, more grateful, and more powerful. He was learning patience. He was learning discipline. And most importantly, he was learning how to hold on, even when everything told him to let go. So don't stop now. If it's hard, keep going. If you're tired, rest, but don't quit. If you feel alone, remind yourself why you began. The sun will rise again. Spring will come. Your moment will arrive, but only if you keep walking through the night. Keep walking. The light is not far. Your journey is not like others. It's easy to look around and feel like you're falling behind. Maybe you open social media and see your friends smiling, traveling, buying new things, or celebrating new jobs. Maybe your classmates are getting married, earning promotions, or moving to big cities. And then you look at your own life, and you feel small. You wonder, what am I doing wrong? You think, why is everyone else moving ahead while I'm stuck? But here's an important truth. Your journey is not supposed to look like anyone else's. You are not behind. You are not late. You are on your path, and it's okay if your road looks different. Daniel struggled with this too. After school, many of his classmates got jobs in offices. Some started businesses. Some went abroad. One of his cousins moved to the capital city, found a corporate job, and posted pictures every week in suits, restaurants, and fancy buildings. Meanwhile, Daniel was still at home, working on stories no one had read, with little money in his pocket. He had no car, no office desk, no big salary. There were days he looked at others and thought, maybe I made the wrong choice. Maybe I should give up. But deep down, he knew something. He knew that his path was not about fast rewards. It was about long-term purpose. He knew he wasn't building something quick. He was building something meaningful. And meaningful things take time. They require patience and sacrifice and faith. While others partied on weekends, Daniel wrote. While others slept late, he woke up early to read. While others watched movies, he studied English, trying to improve his craft one word at a time. He didn't do it because he was better. He did it because his goal was different, his dream was different. And he understood something most people don't. Slow progress is still progress. You don't need to move fast to be successful. You just need to keep moving, steadily, consistently, with heart and purpose. Success that comes quickly often leaves quickly. But success that is built with discipline and patience stays longer. It becomes part of who you are. When you take the time to grow your skills, to understand your values, and to walk your path without comparing it to others, you create a life that is truly yours, not one that is copied or borrowed. Your story will not look like anyone else's. And that's a good thing. Some people succeed at 20, some at 40. Some take the highway, others take the small road. Some shine early, others bloom late. But all of them, all successful people, have one thing in common. They keep going. They don't stop just because someone else is moving faster. They don't doubt themselves just because the world doesn't notice them yet. So stop comparing. You are not in a race. You are not late. You are not behind. You are learning. You are growing. You are becoming. Let your journey be yours. Let it be slow if it needs to be. Let it be quiet, humble, and honest. Because in the end, it's not about how fast you got there. It's about who you became along the way. Daniel didn't reach success quickly. It took years. But when it came, it was real. It was earned. It was meaningful. And that made it even more beautiful. So walk your path, step by step, day by day. Don't rush. Don't compare. Just don't quit. Your journey is unfolding, and it's going to be worth it. Little steps lead to big changes. Many people think that success happens all at once. They imagine someone wakes up one day, becomes famous, and everything changes overnight. But in real life, success is not like that. Real success takes time. It takes small steps, taken again and again. It looks slow. It feels quiet. But those little steps build something powerful over time. Daniel didn't become a well-known writer in 1 month, 1 year, or even 2 years. His success came after many years of daily effort. After his short story was published in a small magazine, he didn't stop. He kept writing. He wrote more stories. Some were accepted, many were not. Still, he kept going, one small step at a time. Eventually, Daniel finished his first book. It was a dream come true. But when it came out, it didn't sell much. Only a few people bought it. Some of his friends didn't even read it. Bookstores didn't want to carry it. He felt disappointed, but not defeated. He reminded himself, every big journey starts with one small step. So he wrote another book. His second book did a little better. A few more readers noticed him. A few more people sent him kind messages. One reader wrote, "Your story helped me keep going through hard times." That message gave Daniel the strength to continue. It reminded him that even if his books didn't reach thousands, they were reaching someone. And that mattered. He didn't stop. He kept writing, kept learning, kept improving. Years passed. He was no longer just a boy with a dream. He was a man with experience, with patience, and with deep understanding. Then one day, after writing for more than 10 years, his third book became a bestseller. Suddenly, people started talking about him. His name appeared in bookshops, on websites, and in interviews. But people didn't see the years of struggle behind that success. They only saw the result. From poor boy to successful author, all because he didn't give up. All because he believed in the power of small steps. He understood something very important. Small steps, taken consistently, lead to big changes. That's how real success works. It doesn't arrive with loud music and bright lights. It doesn't come in a moment. It builds quietly, slowly, day by day. Like a wall built one brick at a time. Like a tree growing 1 inch at a time. You may not notice the growth right away, but that doesn't mean it isn't happening. You may be trying something right now. Maybe you're learning English. Maybe you're building a small business. Maybe you're starting a new habit. And maybe it feels like you're not getting anywhere. But trust the process. Trust that every little effort you make is doing something. Each word you read, each video you watch, each mistake you correct, it all adds up. Daniel didn't see results every day. Some days he felt like nothing was changing. But he kept showing up, and in time, the changes became clear. One day you will look back and see how far you've come. You'll say, I'm so glad I didn't stop. I'm so glad I kept going. So take your steps, even if they feel small, even if no one claps for you, even if you're tired. Take them anyway, because those little steps, taken again and again, are what lead to big dreams coming true. Keep walking forward. You're building something beautiful, one small effort at a time. The voice inside you is the most important. In life, people will have many opinions about you. Some will believe in you, some will not. Some will cheer for you, others will laugh at you. Some people will support you only when you succeed and disappear when you struggle. This is normal. People come and go. They talk, they judge, they doubt. But the most important voice is not theirs, it's yours. The voice inside your mind is the one you hear the most. It is always with you, from the moment you wake up until you fall asleep. And what that voice says can either build you up or break you down. It can give you energy or take it away. It can make you feel brave or make you feel afraid. Think about it. When you fail, what do you say to yourself? Do you say, I'm stupid? I'll never be good enough? Why even try? Or do you say, that didn't work, but I'm learning. Next time, I'll do better. I'm proud of myself for trying. The words you use in your own mind matter. They shape how you see yourself. They shape how you act. They shape your future. Daniel understood this truth after many years of struggle. In the beginning, his thoughts were not always positive. He used to think, maybe I don't have what it takes, or maybe I'm just wasting my time. But those thoughts made him feel weaker. They made the journey harder. Then one day he realized something important. He was his own coach, his own guide, his own motivator. No one else could do that job for him. So he started changing his inner voice. Slowly, he began to talk to himself like a friend, not like an enemy. He stopped saying, I'm not good enough, and started saying, I'm getting better every day. He stopped saying, this is too hard, and started saying, this challenge is helping me grow. When he felt tired, instead of saying, I can't do this, he said, I've made it this far. I can keep going. And something amazing happened. His mind became stronger. His confidence grew. His energy increased. He still had problems, but they didn't break him the way they used to. Why? Because his inner voice became his power. It became his support. We all have this power. We just have to use it the right way. So start listening to your own thoughts. Pay attention. Are your thoughts helping you or hurting you? Are you lifting yourself up or pulling yourself down? Change the way you speak to yourself. Use simple, powerful words. Say, I'm trying my best. Say, I've survived every bad day so far. Say, I don't have to be perfect. I just have to keep going. Speak to yourself like you would to someone you love. You don't have to shout. You don't need to be loud. Just be kind. Be honest. Be strong. You are with yourself 24 hours a day. You hear your own thoughts more than anyone else's, so make those thoughts strong. Make them kind. Make them brave. Encourage yourself when no one else does. Remind yourself of how far you've come. Celebrate your small wins. Forgive your mistakes. Believe in your future. Because at the end of the day, it's not the crowd that decides your success. It's your own voice, the quiet one inside, that says again and again, you can do this. You're not done yet. Keep going. And when that voice is strong, nothing can stop you. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to keep going. One of the biggest lies people believe is that they need to be perfect to succeed. They think they must have the perfect plan, perfect skills, perfect support, and perfect confidence before they even begin. But this is not true. Perfection is a trap. It stops more people from trying than failure ever does. Many dreams die before they even start, not because the person wasn't talented, but because they were waiting for the perfect moment. But let me tell you a truth that can change your life. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to keep going. Daniel's writing was far from perfect in the beginning. His grammar had mistakes. His spelling wasn't always correct. Sometimes his ideas were unclear, but he didn't let that stop him. He didn't wait until his English was flawless. He didn't wait until someone said, "Now you're ready." He simply started, and more importantly, he continued. Every day he wrote a little more. Every week he made small improvements. His first drafts were messy, but his second drafts were better, and his third drafts were even better. Over time, his writing became strong, not because he was perfect, but because he kept practicing, because he kept learning, because he refused to stop. That's the power of persistence. You don't need perfect English to become successful. Many people around the world have built amazing careers, written beautiful stories, started businesses, and inspired others, all with imperfect English. What they had wasn't perfection. It was courage and consistency. They showed up, they tried, they made mistakes, and they learned from them. You don't need perfect conditions either. Maybe you don't have a quiet study place. Maybe you don't have a good teacher. Maybe your internet is slow. Maybe people around you don't support your goals. Yes, these things are difficult, but they don't have to stop you. Some of the greatest success stories began in difficult situations. People who had nothing created something just by refusing to give up. Success doesn't require everything to be perfect. It only asks for one thing. Keep going. Keep practicing. Keep learning. Keep moving forward, even if it's just a small step. Even if you feel slow. Even if you feel unsure. Every step you take brings you closer to your goal. You may not see the progress every day, but it's happening. Just like plants growing under the soil before they break through the ground. Remember, consistency is more powerful than talent. Many talented people do nothing with their skills because they're waiting for the right time. But people who keep showing up, even with little talent, grow stronger over time. Their effort becomes their superpower. Their dedication builds results. Effort is stronger than luck. Luck may open a door, but effort is what keeps it open. Effort is what builds trust, experience, and strength. And when you choose to show up every day, even when it's hard, that effort will carry you further than you ever imagined. And finally, always remember, progress is more important than perfection. Even if you're just 1% better today than yesterday, you're moving in the right direction. That's how success is built, slowly, patiently, one step at a time. So stop worrying about being perfect. Start focusing on staying consistent. Don't wait to feel ready. Don't wait for everything to be just right. Take action now, with what you have, where you are, and who you are. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to keep going. Your pain has a purpose. Pain is something we all try to avoid. No one wants to feel hurt. No one enjoys sadness, rejection, failure, or loss. But the truth is, pain has a purpose. Every time you struggle, there is something inside you that is changing. Every difficult moment is shaping you. Every painful lesson is building something strong in your heart. Pain is not the end. Sometimes it's the beginning of something better. Daniel experienced a lot of pain on his journey. He was not just poor. He was not just unknown. He was also bullied. When he told others about his dream of becoming a writer, they laughed. "You," they said, "be serious." Some made fun of his English. Others told him to stop wasting time. Even people close to him doubted his dream. That hurt him deeply. It made him feel small, like his dream didn't matter. For years, Daniel lived with rejection. Magazine editors said no again and again. He walked home from the post office with another rejection letter in his hand and tears in his eyes. He wanted to quit many times, but inside he also felt something else, a tiny spark of fire that whispered, "Keep going." He knew somehow that this pain had a purpose. The pain made him stronger. It made him more focused. It made him more determined. Most importantly, it made him more human. When he wrote his stories, he didn't just write with talent. He wrote with emotion. He knew what sadness felt like. He knew what loneliness felt like. He knew what it was like to be ignored, laughed at, and rejected. And because of that, his words touched people's hearts. His pain helped him understand the pain of others. And that connection made his writing powerful. Pain taught Daniel lessons that success never could. It taught him how to be patient. It taught him how to be kind. It taught him how to stay calm when things didn't go his way. Without that pain, he would not have grown into the person he became. You might be going through something hard right now. Maybe you feel alone. Maybe people don't believe in your dream. Maybe life feels unfair. But don't let that pain go to waste. Let it teach you. Let it shape you. Let it turn you into someone stronger, wiser, and more compassionate. You don't have to love the pain, but you can learn from it. Your story, your struggle, your scars, they all have meaning. They are part of your journey. One day you will look back and understand why things happened the way they did. You'll see that every fall, every failure, every tear helped you become the person you were meant to be. And one day, someone will listen to your story. Maybe they will be going through the same pain you once felt. Maybe they will feel like giving up. But then they'll hear your words, they'll hear your story, and they'll think, if they made it through, maybe I can too. That is the power of pain. When you grow through it, you don't just heal yourself. You help others heal too. So don't run from your pain. Don't hide it. Don't hate it. Face it. Learn from it. Rise above it. Let it shape you into someone even more powerful. Because your pain has a purpose. The world needs your light. Too many people give up too soon. They stop trying before they even begin. They don't write the book they always dreamed of writing. They don't sing the song in their heart. They don't paint the picture in their mind. They don't start the small business they once imagined. They don't speak their truth or share their real thoughts. Why? Because they are afraid. Because they doubt themselves. Because they believe they are not smart enough, strong enough, or good enough. But here's the truth. The world needs you. Yes, you. Not just someone richer or smarter or more famous. Not just the loud ones or the lucky ones or the perfect ones. The world needs your voice, your art, your energy, your kindness, your story, and your strength. Even if you don't feel special, even if you feel small, you have something inside you that no one else has. You see, Daniel never thought he would change lives. In the beginning, all he wanted to do was write. He didn't think of fame. He didn't plan to become someone important. He just wrote because it was in his heart. But over time, his words began to touch people. Slowly, one reader at a time, his stories reached the world. At first, it was just a few people who read his work, then more, then more. And one day he began to receive messages. A student wrote, "I learned English by reading your stories." A young man wrote, "Your book helped me keep going when I felt like quitting." A mother said, "Your words gave me hope during the hardest time in my life." These were real people, feeling real pain, who found comfort and strength in Daniel's writing. He had no idea this would happen. He had no idea his stories could bring light to others. But he kept writing anyway. He kept sharing, even when he felt afraid, even when he felt unsure, even when he thought, "Is anyone even reading this?" And because he didn't quit, his light reached the world. That can happen for you too. Maybe your talent is writing, or speaking, or cooking, or caring for others. Maybe you're good at helping people, or teaching children, or fixing things. Maybe your gift is quiet. Maybe no one has seen it yet, but it's there, and the world needs it. Don't let fear steal your gift. Don't let self-doubt silence your voice. Don't hide your light just because others don't see it yet. Shine anyway. Yes, people may criticize. Yes, people may laugh. Yes, you may make mistakes. But if you keep showing up, if you keep sharing what's in your heart, your light will begin to glow brighter. One day, someone will say, "Because of you, I didn't give up." And that moment, that connection, will make every struggle worth it. You don't have to be famous. You don't need a big stage. You don't need millions of followers. Just one life touched by your gift is enough. And from there, your impact will grow. So trust yourself. Start small if you need to. Share a little each day. Speak kindly. Act bravely. Give generously. And never forget, you have light inside you that this world needs. Light that can comfort, heal, inspire, and guide. Daniel's light reached the world because he never gave up. Yours will too, if you keep going. Let your light shine. The world is waiting. Final thoughts. Don't give up. No matter where you are right now in your journey, remember this. Don't give up. Life will test you. It will make you tired. It will make you scared. It will make you feel stuck and unsure. And sometimes it will feel like everything is against you. But these moments do not define your story. How you respond to them does. If you're tired, don't give up. Rest if you need to. But don't quit. Sometimes a short break is all you need to find new strength and keep moving forward. If you're scared, don't give up. Fear is natural. It means you care. It means you're stepping outside your comfort zone. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the decision to keep going despite it. If you're stuck, don't give up. Every roadblock is a chance to find a new path. Sometimes, the hardest moments lead to the most important breakthroughs. If it's hard, don't give up. Nothing worth having comes easy. The struggle is part of the process. It's the fire that forges your character. If you've failed 10 times, 100 times, don't give up. Every failure is a lesson. Every rejection is a step closer to success. Remember Daniel's story, a boy who faced countless no's but kept writing, kept dreaming, and eventually changed his life. Your journey is not over. You are not too late. You are not too weak. You are becoming. You are learning. You are growing. And most importantly, you are enough, just as you are. At English Achieve, we believe in your potential. We know that the path to success is not always clear, but it is always worth walking. Every small step you take is progress. Every time you get up after falling, you grow stronger. So, stand up now. Take a deep breath. Remember why you started, and try again. Because the only way to lose is to stop trying. So from all of us at English Achieve, here is the most important message you need today. Don't give up.